He's even using the same words. Like there are so many words, and he used subtle and
if you would give him the dictionary of the thesaurus, I don't think this joke would ever end. He would be going like, ha 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 ha. Oh, page 3. Ha 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 ha. Hello guys.
Hi everyone.
I am Waldemar.
And I'm Weronika. And today is another video in our saga of the English language comedy that we've been...
comedy about English language.
Yes, comedy about English
because
language.
all our videos are about English comedy.
Yeah, but I mean English language comedy. I don't know. That was the emphasis on the language. Semantics.
Yeah, after Ismo, now we are watching this guy. And there is, in the title of the video, there is not his name.
His name is not mentioned there.
There isn't his name.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but it's under the video, and his name is Michael McIntyre or something like that. Michael McIntyre.
McIntyre?
McIntyre?
Yeah, possibly. Michael. Anyway, yes.
His name is
Sorry.
Michael, but his surname is a mystery.
Is it Irish? I don't know. Well, anyway, the title of the video is How the English Language Would Sound If Silent Letters Weren't Silent.
Yeah, so like Weronika said, it's another video about the English language. We've seen Ismo and it was hilarious. Like I said, especially from the perspective of someone for whom English is not a first language. And we don't know this guy. We have never seen this video. You haven't, right?
No.
But for some reason, his face is familiar. Not
to you?
Similar,
Not
familiar.
To me.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I have seen this face somewhere. But I
saw
have no
this
idea
video
where.
Popping up in our recommended videos for quite some time now, so
Yeah?
it might be also why.
No. I don't know it from recommendations anywhere on YouTube. I think I must have seen him somewhere, but yeah, I don't know. Very short video. I'm very curious about the guy because maybe we will find another comedian to watch on this channel.
Yeah, every time we watch someone new, I'm very excited and have very high hopes.
We had some revelations here on this channel,
Yes.
like Shane Gillis, like Norm Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald, yes. Ismo lately too, he's really funny. I hope
Who?
to see the Ismo guy. I hope to see more of him as well.
Yeah, but I don't know if he has more videos. People were only recommending those two.
We'll see. I hope so. Someone said that he has more comedy as well.
All right. Okay, but now it's time for Mr. Michael McIntyre. Can he introduce himself at the beginning, please?
I hope so, but I don't think he will.
The English language was created by English people. I don't know when, but we decided to get letters to form words so we can communicate. But we also decided to sprinkle, for no apparent reason, letters within these words. Silent. Shh. Forever. Why? Like
French
the word
people get it
hour,
better, though.
for example. Why is the word hour spelt with an H? Why is there an H? The silent H. Nobody has ever said, I'll see you in a hour. I'll see you in a hour. I'm just going to pick up the sandwich. I'll be back in a hour. Half a hour. Even half has an L in it. It's like half a hour. How long is the journey? About half a hour to a hour. The sandwich shop is half a hour away. It's a waste of everybody's time. The word subtle, would anybody object if it was spelled S-U-T-L-E? Not a single person would. But there's a B in the middle going, shh, just ignore me. Just ignore me forever. I'm silent. I've been
Why
left
the
here,
beast
left
silent
behind.
idea?
I don't know, I was destined for another word, baboon, but here I am with you. How I long to be in the word baboon where I have a purpose. Like all those words that should begin with N, but have a K of all the letters.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Why would a K be silent? Knickers. Why is it knickers? Knuckles. So I've been thinking about this, as you can probably tell, and I think we should have a day. We should have a day. Silent letter day. Where they all come out to play. It would be on a Wednesday. A Wednesday. Sometime in the autumn.
What are you thinking so far? He's got a very nice accent. He's got a different persona every time. No, everyone has something different, but he seems like a bit like a college professor. Like he could be at one point, but also funny. With how properly he speaks.
Yeah,
I think.
he doesn't feel like a comedian, more like a guy whose job is English language, And it's like a funny
a TED
lecture
talk.
at university.
It's like a funny TED talk. Like it's an introduction to something that we're going to learn something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he just happens to be a little bit funny. It's not like hilarious. I mean, those are funny things that he's saying, but
Yeah, and also it's already getting quite boring. Like
I'm not bored yet. But we'll see. We'll see.
like it was a good idea for a joke, but now you are prolonging it too much. Because he's just now giving different examples of different words that should be pronounced differently, and basically
we got the idea.
every English word
Yeah.
should be pronounced differently, or being written differently.
Autumn.
Go on.
In the autumn. Could be in February. I haven't done this all day. Could be in February or the autumn. And we will spend the day together, families together, talking, and walking. We'll go for walks and climbing, knitting, a lot of knitting. People will save up their knitting to do on Silent Letter Day. And the knife is the only cutlery that you're allowed to use, the knife. No other cutlery is allowed on Silent Letter Day. Food is buffet style. You go along with your knife. There's salmon and swordfish and sandwiches.
He is really milking this joke.
Yeah, I'm watching you and your reaction is funnier than the video.
And you use your knife. All the flavors are very subtle flavors. And the gnome.
I mean, he's even using the same words. Like there are so many words, and he used subtle and
If
knife
you
for
would,
quite
if
a
you
few
would
times.
give him the dictionary or the thesaurus, I don't think this joke would ever end. He would be going like, ha 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 ha. Oh, page 3. Ha 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 ha. Onion and octopus. Now I don't have any good examples.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to give an example of an actual word with a silent letter. 3 time was not the charm. Do you want to try the 4th time?
The Django. But I butchered it now.
No, jungle doesn't have a silent letter.
Yes, D is silent.
What?
Oh, come on. It's not my first language. It's difficult for me.
I'm laughing at you, and my mind is also blanked at the moment. But you can do everything starting with K and N, like he's doing.
Knight.
Knowledge,
Knight.
kneeling, knight,
He already said that.
a kneeling knight.
All right, let's just finish this. It's not very good in my opinion.
Will be the symbol of Silent Letter Day. Like Father Christmas, at Christmas, the gnome. Everybody gives each other a gnome to celebrate. Happy
He looks
Silent
like
Letter
Alec
Day.
Baldwin.
I got you a gnome.
Does it?
In my
I've kept
opinion.
it hidden in the cupboard for months. I wrapped it up. Do you like it? I wrapped it up. I cut the wrapping paper with skizzers. I use skizzers to cut the wrapping paper. I'm so sorry, I forgot. I didn't realise. Is it really Silent Letter Day? Is it honestly Silent Letter Day? You mean honestly? Yes, it is honestly. You should have known. You'll never listen. I'm not giving you a gnome. I'm sorry. I'm taking it back to the shop. I've kept the receipt. And at the end of the day, we will celebrate
Looking at your face.
champagne.
Champagne. Hilarious.
Maybe just a splash.
What do you mean?
Oh, there's a knock at the door. Oh, it's Chloe and Isla. Sorry, Chloe and Isla. My old friends from school. Fascinating. Grab a knife.
This
Help
going on
yourself
for
to
a long
lasagna.
time.
There's some lasagna. And at the end of the day, when we are knackered, we go to sleep at 1:30.
That felt like an hour. A hour. I can. Horrible. That was actually
But
horrible.
But he has this horrible. But he mixed up words that are not like, because there are Germanic and Latin words in English language, and the Latin words, this is quite a different reason for why we don't pronounce the letter than the Germanic words. So he was quite ignorant on the issue, I think. And he also then started pulling up Latin words that are very French, like champagne, or there was another one. So that's kind of, I don't know. It was, if you are trying to make such a joke that it stretches for so long, I would at least like you to do it like to the T and not make these mistakes. But he has the stadium filled, and I'm just wondering why, because maybe his other jokes are much better. Maybe this was like a ridiculous bit from a very more like something more elaborate.
It says here that he's special for the 25th year of, I guess it's not his 55th birthday, so I guess it's 55th year of his career. So I assume probably he is a good stand-up comedian, but he was much better when he was younger, and then he had to do this special for the 25 years, and he was like, oh fuck, I don't have any material for 1 hour special, so I will drag for 5 minutes about how we have silent letters in English.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, I'm lucky to be one of these people who I can enjoy a lot. Like, my tastes are quite wide, you know. It's I don't think it's like a good trait or anything. It's just that my brain works that way. I can get into a lot of things, but it was painful by the end. Like, honestly, I mean, come on. Like, 2 minutes was too long, and 4 minutes and a half, and a half. I know half is actually not a silent word, but you know, it's just.
Yeah, it
and
was
the
not
fact
good.
that he even repeated the same words, like, it wasn't.
You know who nailed this joke? Al Murray.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can imagine Al
Yeah.
Murray doing the exact same joke, and somehow he would make it funny. But you need to add something to this joke. You know, it cannot be just, you know, mentioning all those words going on the stage from left to right, because it doesn't work. You need to add something more.
No, it's very.
You need to play like a persona.
Yeah.
Or have a story related to that. But just using this and not adding anything else, it just makes it bland.
Yeah,
Blunt.
and I don't know, maybe with this short bit we don't get the persona that he's playing, but also very like good astute observation that Al Murray would make it work for sure. I think because he would add the element of like ridicule to it with his character, like when that's in that other video that we watched when his character said a brain naturally thinks in English because it's called brain, but
he would go at it with that view that it's like, oh, we are so English, we are so great that we don't even need to use full words.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And
that would make it funny, but it would be short, you know, he would use some words.
Yeah, whereas this guy, I think he was taking, I may be completely wrong because this is just 4 minutes, but it looks like he's taking this joke very seriously. And especially with his like, here, look at me. You know, I don't want to be too mean making fun of him, but he looks like he thinks this is an excellent joke. And that's the painful part, because it's like when you tell about we see a lot of comedians who are very laid back and they can tell a horrible joke and they know it's horrible, like I don't know, Norm Macdonald, and then he's gonna fall off his chair because he knows what he said was just utter shit. And then he looks like he's proud of that, and that makes me very uncomfortable because I don't know.
But people were laughing for some reason, and also I think I saw on the stage this one actor, but I cannot remember his name. He played in Devil Wears Prada. He played in Captain America. He played this Dr. Erskine, I think.
I don't know.
Tucci. Stanley Tucci?
No, I'm not gonna help you.
I think I saw him on the stage for some reason, and he was laughing. I don't know why.
That's the only reason why it makes me think maybe it's a part of a bigger deal, and this is just like a ridiculous thing that doesn't stand good on its own, and people were already warmed up and laughing, and that's why.
Know, with some jokes, if you are there and you are watching this live, it's much funnier, and some jokes only work if you are there.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this on YouTube from your home, they just don't work.
I think it's one of those jokes.
No, I think it's just a bad joke.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to say at the end, to share something with you, because this video is worthless. So to educate yourself, you a bit.
Oh, you're educating people now. Where is your testimonials for that?
That Polish language works that way. An interesting fun fact that we pronounced every letter always.
Yeah.
And I had the discussion about it some time ago with a guy from Syria, I think. And I was explaining to him because he said that he had a Polish girlfriend at some point in time and that pronouncing Polish was horrible and so difficult. And I said, yeah, I agree. and I said that Polish language is very difficult language to learn, and I cannot imagine someone to do it, not being born in Poland. But when you learn to pronounce it, it's very easy because we don't have any silent words. And if you are pronouncing something in one way, you will always pronounce it in the same way. And I remember when I was a kid, I was learning to read. My mother was teaching me to read. And before she bought me this, how do you call it? You have A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah, I forgot. The alphabet book, it's called something.
But it wasn't a book. It was made from wood. And there was those wooden blocks.
Mhm.
And on one side there was the letter, and on the other side there was something, the word that started on this letter. So I already knew the letter, and I knew the sound that I should make. And then she just explained to me that you just add those words one after another. And I remember I learned to read like that. Like basically it was like 20 minutes, and I was reading. Because in Polish, it's just so easy.
Yeah, you start reading very slowly when you spell out every letter, and then that's how you learn. But I actually never thought about how. This is a good point you're making. How English children are learning to read when it's so difficult.
It's much more difficult because you need to learn every word.
Well, there are rules, but
No, not really. In English,
there are rules.
You know those videos from TikTok. I saw.
Yeah. I saw them too, but there are.
This guy that is teaching the other guy, it's the same guy, of course. It's TikTok, and he is reading, teaching him how to pronounce things in English. And there, he's like, "Oh, this is meet. So you read it as meat. Yeah, very good." And then there is another word with ee, but this time you read this as
Yeah.
and so on and so on, so on.
Yeah, and then read is read sometimes. That always baffles me. I mean, I get it, but it's why.
Yeah,
so why?
So with English, you just need to know those words because you just cannot. There are no rules.
Yeah, and then there's French.
Yeah, and see, it's similar.
No, French is worse. There are, I think, more rules to French, but they just have 5 silent letters in a row.
Yeah, but with Polish, like I said, you learn it once.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but when you will learn what sounds you should make, then you would read perfectly every time.
We have extra letters. I think 5.
Extra sounds.
A couple of extra letters, but each of them always represents the same sounds, like Waldemar said, and a couple of conjunctions of letters, but they also always make the same sound. So yeah, that is pretty easy. But that's the only part that's easy.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
And sorry for this video. It was not very good. I mean,
We give it a chance.
we add a lot to this video this time. But it was not funny. It's not one of the guys that we're gonna watch. I'm sorry. Thank you and see you. Bye.